What's up? What's up? What's up? I'm Big Mister. My beautiful wife Cakes, Mista&Cakz presents, along with y'all, the fam, the presenters. Oh yeah, what's up, Eminem? Story of us. Tonight's presentation, Speak Your Chat.
Hello, what's up, everyone?
Welcome, K Ain't Press, Big E.
Girl Cakes. Don't K Ain't Press. Welcome, K Ain't Press. Welcome, Big E. Welcome, everyone coming in. What's today?
Monday. Today is Monday the 22nd.
Monday. Happy Monday, everyone.
So, those of you who know how Speak Your Chat go, we drop the link. You come up, say whatever it is you want to say. You know, whether it's about the topic or if you just want to converse and say something. But it's Speak Your Chat. You hit the link, you come up. We implore that you do. You ain't got to show your face, but please give a voice to your comments. And if you don't want to do that, leave it in a comment. It's all fine and dandy. We talking about what else? The mommies. Let's see, we got baby mamas. No. Mama's babies. Breakup maybes. But one thing for damn sure is all crazy. I like that. So, who we got on the docket? Who's on the presentation? Of course, everyone's favorite, Liz Life. We have Peach McIntyre, Lady Bling, my Jazzy's life.
Yep. So I hope y'all been enjoying. We did introduce Lady Bling, and what a great time to introduce her now, because you know we love some tea. So I feel like I would put a little tester out, and you guys grabbed on. So welcome everyone, and what's up to all our new subscribers, y'all? Hey, Big E. So you guys, it's been a lot going on out here, right? In these YouTube streets, as you already know. And we have definitely been talking about it. So we're going to talk about Lady Bling as well. We did add her to the docket, like Mr. said. So as you can see from our little picture thingy, this is our topic for Speak Your Chat. Couples and baby mamas. We're going to be talking about baby mamas, marriage, one night stands.
What's up, Reppin' BK?
H. Welcome everyone. Hey, Double H. Hey, Reppin'. We're going to get all up into it, y'all. So grab a snack, get your drinks, get your smoke, whatever. Like, let's go.
All right, we're going to start off. K Ain't Press says, somebody answer this question. Why is it that majority of men wants a woman to be everything they want, but can't be everything that she needs? K Ain't Press. That sounds like a great question. Which puts me in the mind of Woods and Peach. Not Peach, Woods and Lady Bling. And Lady Bling.
And they are married. Like, if someone want to give some background, because we kind of new to them, then y'all can do that. But we still learning more about them. But they are a married couple. They got 5 kids apiece, and they live the van life. How interesting. I think that's very interesting.
So what one of the presenters had left in a comment earlier, they said that Woods dropped everything to basically support Bling's dream. He left a job, got rid of some good clothing and other things to support his woman, support her dream. And it seems like she wants to have him handicapped because every time he has a job or he has to be somewhere for a period of time to make some money, she wants to uproot and haul ass again.
Right.
Who is Lady Bling repping?
So she wants her man to work. We all want our men to work, but you got to be stable to work. If you're moving around and working, you need to have your own business.
She didn't say she want him to work. She want him to do YouTube with her. Who is Lady Bling repping? Repping. Lady Bling, she has some good music. She's a YouTuber. A mommy, 33.
Yeah, she's definitely creative when it comes to the music. Should I pull up that comment? Said no. The comment you was talking about. Did you want to go to the video or the comment?
Go to the video.
Okay, it's 2 videos actually. So you did just the comment in the video. Okay, we're gonna go to that one. All right, we getting right into it, y'all. Mr. said he ain't come to play. I'm with it.
If you got it, light it.
I am with it.
What's up, Casey?
Hey, Casey.
If you got it, light it.
Let me know when you can see it on the screen. I'm so rusty at this, but we're gonna get it.
We glad to have you here, Casey.
Okay. All right, we got it on the screen. Thumbs alive up if y'all can see what we see. This is Lady Bling. We're going to get started with Lady Bling and Woods. It's a married couple living van life. They have 10 kids. And the man don't have no job. But that's not the T. The title is the T, okay? The title is the T. So thumbs alive up, y'all. We're going to get right into it. Welcome, everyone. And shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to the replay gang.
Rewatches.
You ready?
Let's play.
Fear is so powerful. You know what I'm saying? Like,
is it loud enough? I hope so. Can you guys hear it? I need to know if it's loud enough before I continue. Let me see. We good?
We handcraft every Stearns & Foster using the finest materials like indulgent
Well, after we get through this ad, we're going to say our little disclaimer because we are doing commentary on these YouTubers.
On select Stearns & Foster
adjustable
mattress
sets. Fair Use Act. And yeah. This is our commentary under the Fair Use Act.
It is used for starting of discussions, also used for entertainment purposes.
Okay.
hey, y'all. I'm coming over here giving y'all an update because I haven't been live in a couple of days. Because I've been in a lot of deep thought.
Look like it. Look like she's stressed out.
So much deep thought that it scares me. Have you ever been in such of a deep thought?
Have you ever been in such a
that it
difficult that
scares you. That it scares you.
No,
Sometimes you have
I've been peaked
to.
off and nothing to scare me.
Fear is so powerful. You know what I'm saying? Like,
This is Woods, Lady Bland's husband, y'all.
Welcome, Messy.
Check this out. Welcome, Messy.
Looking at him, I feel he's
She
truly
left
hurt.
me today.
Yeah, I thought he was crying.
And it's a couple
I
of
think he
y'all,
was crying. It sounded like he was
I
crying.
think, knew that she was going to leave me. And it's a couple of y'all, I think, knew that she was going to leave me.
But repping,
She left me today.
she's stopping him from doing that. She's stopping him from doing that. She wants him to do YouTube with her. We all know YouTube ain't no solidified check. One thing for sure, you know, you go to work or you own a business or whatever.
Yeah, my wife left me today,
Work,
y'all.
you get paid.
YouTube.
Casey, he look like he is.
YouTube is a certified check for some, but not for all. It depends
Can't
on
even cry.
you as a content creator, because some people still making the same amount that they made before this little
last time y'all see
increase
me.
of everything. So it definitely depends, because now before you got your job, we was considered to be full time. Even though we had other businesses, we definitely was way more in to YouTube.
Yeah, but we still had shit functioning going at the same time.
Yeah, and I hope the other YouTubers does that too, like maybe merch or
She
something.
just left me here.
I think what Mr. saying is what we are both saying is I don't think you can
I can't believe this shit.
just YouTube unless you are like what, the Prince family, or
I've been in a lot of.
I don't know. I guess it depends. I can't even. You know what? Yes, they can. They're building houses.
She just blocked me on the phone. She probably gonna knock me off her page in a minute.
It depends on the content creator, but it definitely takes a lot of work.
Repping, I agree with you 100%. 100%. I agree with you. Kind of 100%. I agree with you.
There's no real man. I'm sorry. There's no woman that can stop a real man from being a man.
And see,
before we get into that though, because I was still talking about the YouTube thing, and then we like crossing conversations. I don't want to do that too much. To end my quote, I think not only do it depends on who you are as a content creator, but what type of content you put out and how the algorithm feels about you, because we don't know. And us being content creators, we've seen a lot of ups and downs. You know, hence why people had to get jobs.
Oh, that's why we had to get no damn job.
Why?
Because of YouTube?
What you think?
Hell no. Go play yourself now. You had to get a job because of YouTube? Is that what you just said? Or am I misunderstanding what you're saying?
I don't know. Maybe I said too much. Maybe I said too much.
No, I want to understand what you said.
No. You said I'm playing myself. That means you think I said too much, and I don't want this to turn left by you saying I think I played myself.
It ain't gonna go left. We're gonna have a conversation.
But because you know I be honest and real. And
I'm always honest and real.
Like the sugarcoat.
No, I don't sugarcoat.
Honestly, the YouTube is not enough unless you are unless you are to a certain extent in the algorithm. Yeah, as I said.
We know that much.
And I said us being content creators, it's up and down. It fluctuates.
Well, that's why we didn't depend on content creating solely.
Well, how did I play myself?
Because it sounded like you said had to get a job because of motherfucking YouTube.
Well, babe, you know things went up. The inflation,
YouTube ain't never factored into much.
I said inflation, y'all.
Listen,
inflation is real.
YouTube money never factored into what we had to do. It was a bonus. That's all it was.
You right about that. You are definitely right about that.
I really need to understand
well, let's
what
speak
you're
for
saying.
other content creators because I mean, we ain't the only ones.
You got that right, repping.
All right, y'all. Let's finish.
I can't let this shit keep me
maybe
down.
I misunderstood Cakz. I don't know, but what I heard.
He's so quick. You know?
Yeah, because if I hear something that don't sound quite right,
quiet.
I gotta. You know,
she won't answer the phone.
I'm gonna rewind this for a second, y'all, so y'all can catch it from the beginning, okay? We steady talking.
You say I ain't get a Big E?
Hey, it's me.
I heard
your
what
skin.
I heard.
Help me
Maybe I
maintain my moisture balance with CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser.
Hey, I can admit it. Yeah, sometimes I mishear shit. My thing is this: as we watch Woods.
Yeah, my wife left me today, y'all.
So that's Lady Bling's husband, and
Can't even cry.
She left him. She left him, and they home state. They went to visit, and she left.
Probably the last time y'all see me.
He ain't know nothing, and it looked like he was crying. You think he was crying? It sounded like he was crying. That's sad.
She just left me here, man. I can't believe this shit.
I've been in a lot of deep thought.
She just blocked me on the phone. She probably go knock me off her page in a minute. But I guess I can't let this shit keep me down.
Big E say he a buster.
My thing is this, right? He truly loves her, right?
She won't answer the phone.
And she accepted his.
Wait a minute.
We don't see his kids like that.
But you don't know I'm about to say first.
Okay, because you ain't know that he had 5 kids.
Right, but you don't.
Even though they don't live with them.
He accepts her kids. He loves her. Right. He uprooted himself.
I ain't want to be
probably here. Against his better judgment. And each time he tried to show that he could be what he should be.
Here.
She uprooted. She is controlling. Now he can leave.
Me doing
he
shit,
can leave and be like, listen, as a man, I gotta do what's right.
He agreed to go on the road with her to van life.
I ain't do shit.
He did that for her. But now at this time he should be like, listen, I love you, but as a man in the head,
I ain't do shit.
I need to do something to stay and be stable to provide for us. Now,
and you know what?
You want to go
out there.
The
one thing you said makes sense. As the head of the family, the woman is not the head of the family unless you are a single mother. Then, I mean, I'm saying we. But in general, we don't have no choice if we single moms.
Double H, I don't think that make it no better.
At least he left at their hometown.
I don't think that make it no better, Double H.
Does that mean she cared a little bit by leaving them at their hometown? Because that's what I would say.
No, because if you hear the stuff she was saying before she started talking about he couldn't provide and this and that, I don't want to be all this BS. It's an ulterior motive where she wants to control the narrative and just dictate everything.
Well, like I was saying, As a man, you are the head of the household, and that's it. Period. Point blank. There's no exception. So, as a man of the household, you do what a man's supposed to do as leading the household, and that's mainly leading.
And I mean this.
And you do lead by providing. You do lead by nurturing. You still got to give knowledge and love and things like that. You got to provide. But my whole thing is you got to lead. You have to lead. Two people can't lead.
And I mean
in a relationship. Only one can lead in a relationship, right? Right? What's wrong with a lot of these men is they're not leading.
No, what's wrong with a lot of these women? They won't allow the man to lead. When a man says something or presents something, they want to be so mouthy or sassy. And I said it, mouthy or sassy, because I meant it.
Go ahead.
They like to be so.
Speak your chat.
Some of them like to be so mouthy and sassy. You can't tell me nothing, this and that. Mm-hmm. And then when shit go wrong, they be looking for the man to bail them out.
Yes. And you know what? See, babe, we on a roll because I didn't even upload the other live, but yeah, we gonna follow this, y'all, because I got some more to go. Let's listen to some more of this. See how he really feels. Did he cry? I think he cried. You right though.
You know what, Big E? Even if it ain't real, it's still a teachable moment.
What he said? This not real. Big E.
Yeah, kind of day while I was out making some money.
I've been doing some research.
I went to work.
This is real with him.
I thought she was gonna stay here with me for my mama's memorial for her birthday.
I like to, y'all know I edited.
They showed me how much she cared about me, y'all.
Between the difference between Mista and my editor, but I have fun when I edit videos.
I tell my mama's memorial, man. That's what hurt the most.
Be quiet.
She ain't even woman enough to face me.
Very messy, yes. I couldn't imagine exposing my relationship, my marriage like that on social media. As mad as I get, like, oh my God.
Man, my heart beats so fast right now, man.
Out is out.
It's all good, though.
I mean, don't y'all? I mean, honestly, it's awkward for men when we
whoever in our ear.
When we show our emotions,
it works.
Best of us, it's always gonna look awkward.
Whoever in her ear, whatever
at least
she
it's
thinking.
Not coming out violent.
Y'all got her.
At least it's not coming out violent.
I love you, Blaine.
Damn, that was sad. You act like you was at her funeral, dude.
I don't want to be on the highway.
She only down the road.
Big E, he don't need to be punched in the face.
Going live.
Hell need to be punched in the face.
But I see Woods just got on my channel. Because I forgot to log him out of my account.
We're not going to listen to the whole video because it's 30 minutes, so I'm going to fast forward it some.
I want to go live.
We're not going to look at the whole thing, but it is on our page, so if you want to check it out in your own time, you definitely can.
Announce these.
Yeah. If she'll listen.
It's not that I don't love my husband.
Pay attention.
It's not that I don't love him. It's not that I don't want him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want this. You know what I'm saying? When I signed up for marriage, I wanted what I saw my mama have. You know what I'm saying? I wanted what I saw my mama have. And I can't make Woods be like
Big
my
E
dad.
and repping, they vicious. They would.
I need
a man punch the man in the face. Told him to leak his emotions to the mom and dad.
And I know that may sound fucked up or gold digger. I know that may sound fucked up or gold digger. I know that may sound fucked up or gold digger-ish, but that's the truth.
That do sound gold diggerish. Cause we in 2020.
That's the truth. As we are the best of friends,
We all should have
we
some type
have
of
the
income.
best relationship. But if this is what marriage is, if this is gonna be my life as a wife, I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? I just Woods gotta be able to stand up on his own. You know what I'm saying? Like he keep when I finally talked to him, I finally answered the phone. He keep bringing up that job that he had in Texas.
Yeah, kind of day while I was out making some money. I had went to work.
But this is deeper than it. You know what I'm saying? This is deeper than that because before the job in Texas, why did I even come out here? You know what I'm saying?
I thought she was gonna stay here with me for my mama's memorial for her birthday.
Why did I even come out? I'm not envying. You said you can't envy what nobody else have. I'm not envying what nobody else have. What I want is a man that can provide. Am I wrong for wanting that?
This is Speak Your Chat, y'all. So
You know what I'm saying?
we are definitely gonna drop the
wrong
link.
for wanting that? Woods can't
Anything
provide
we're
for me
talking
on the
about,
road.
please hit that link so y'all can come up and
He
talk
can't
about
provide for me
it.
on the road.
We employ
I feel like I handicap Woods.
and welcome. Thank y'all for
Because
hitting the like
every
button.
time I try to leave Woods to go somewhere else, before we had even gotten the trailer, Woods would always bait me back in with money. You know what I'm saying? He would come to the door with $1,000, come to the door with $1,300. You know, he would always bait me back in with money, showing me that because this has been a constant problem.
Ooh, almost ended the live. Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? It's been a constant problem. Now here he is. I done answered this new text bracket. I'm sitting here telling my husband, okay, I done made X, Y, and Z. We got money going out, but we ain't got no money coming in. Here I am over here decorating wallets, decorating grabbers. He said he was gonna make some gummies. You ain't made the gummies yet.
I ain't
He
do
gonna
shit.
make some guppies.
You know what I'm saying?
He said he ain't do nothing.
You ain't
Yeah, but I don't think making gummies
got
would
no hustle.
got me. I don't think
You know what
making
I'm saying?
gummies
You ain't got no
sufficient enough.
no hustle. I can't. You want me to respect you? You want me to take you serious?
I think regardless, you should still have respect. Don't that come with the marriage certificate? That come with the relationship. Like you should still have respect, man. But we got Big E. We got Big E in the building. Welcome, Big
What
E.
up, Big E?
Hey, you know what? All of this is a bunch of bull crap. Cause let's be realistic. I mean, she knew what the guy was doing before. Then you want him to get this up to do this. Y'all go and stay in a freaking trailer. Then ride around the world and see God knows what. And ain't nobody working. Ain't nobody making no money. And you trying to live off of YouTube? Come on. That's just stupid from the start. Because unless you dare, why would you try to do it? Why would you try to make a career off of YouTube unless you already making mega money off of YouTube? So now, when this man quit his job to follow you and your dreams, and now because your YouTube ain't going the way you wanted it to go, now you want to leave him? What kind of sense does that make?
Well, she doing a little something, nothing major. She's doing a
That's
little
my
something.
point. but she got to do enough to make ends meet. If you made him quit his job to go with you, then you got to make enough to make ends meet. You can't get mad at him now because y'all stopped in hillbilly Chickasaw County and he can't get a job.
But when they have been stationary during his van life and he worked, she wanted to uproot and he would have to quit the job again.
Okay, because we as men, we know we want to go where the money at. We want to go where the money at. That's just like me right now. I make pretty decent here. But if I get a call and they telling me that I can go to Atlanta and I can make double what I'm making now, I'm going. That's the way it's supposed to be. Because in the type of work that we do, you go where the money is
but
at.
she just get bored. It'll
That's
be another call.
okay. So she getting bored now because she getting bored. Now he got to uproot and go somewhere else. What does that sound like?
Control, not standing on his, not holding his.
That's my point. He need to stand up. He need to grow a pair of kahunas and tell her, no, we not leaving until I got something better. Because we don't know how this YouTube thing gonna work. We don't know how all that's gonna work. So I need to have a job that way I can pay these bills, even if we living in a trailer. Because at a trailer, you go to trailer park, that's still $600 a month, plus lights and utilities there. So you still got to pay all this. So that's about $700 a month that you got to pay out, even if you living in a trailer.
Well, their trailer is a hitch, so they take it with them when they go. But
that's the point.
Gas and stuff.
But it's still.
We also have Reppin' BK up here, so welcome, Reppin'.
Welcome, Reppin'.
Her mic is muted, but she's up here, I guess. Tap in whenever. We got Big E up here, and we got Reppin'.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Reppin', welcome.
How you doing, family? How you doing, Mr.
Easy.
Oh, what happened? Okay. I think this was her first time up here, so she probably be back. I don't know. Her device got.
All right, there she go.
Disconnected. Okay, hold on.
Keeps going off.
She's back.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, my mic keeps going off. I don't know why, but maybe I got to change my settings. But let me just say this quick. It's funny to me how women take these men and expect something from a man that he hasn't shown you up front. If the man is working and he's doing what he needs to do as a man, then you let him do that. Stop trying to pull him into your life or what you have going on. Like me and my husband, before I got with my husband, I already had real estate. I was already like a landlord and this and that or whatever. I didn't pull him into that. But it's part of our makeup in our home and in our finances or whatever the case may be. But when the money comes in, it's not me just hoarding the money or whatever. It's me saying, babe, this is what we got going on this month or whatever the case may be. And I let my husband make the decisions on what we're gonna do and what the only thing, let me tell you, to be honest, when it comes to my life with my husband, what I do is I plan vacations, I plan shopping, I plan. You understand what I'm saying?
You let your husband take care of the household.
My husband leads and everything else. My husband leads in everything else, and when I say he leads, it's like we have certain roles that we play, and my husband, he goes out there and he works hard and he makes the money. I'm gonna be honest, my husband let me live a soft life for 3 years when the pandemic started or whatever, and he was just like, I got this. You understand what I'm saying? We got the money coming in. I can move, I can shake, I can make things happen. All I had to do was make sure the house was taken care of, and I did, what my husband needed me to do. Things like the landscapers come, make sure that they trimmed everything correctly. Those little things my husband don't need to take care of, because he's out there and he's concentrating on making the money to bring in to take care of our household. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying? These
Right.
women, they always want, and I'm going to tell you, I picked the husband I have now is not the men that I used to date before. When I decided that the men that I used to date before really wasn't cutting it as far as what I wanted in a husband, I found a man who was just like my dad. And my mom had the same thing going on. She had a soft life for a couple of years. She raised us all until we were school age, where we could go to school. And then my mom had like a little part-time job. My father worked 2 jobs to make sure that his family would eat and his family was taken care of. And I'm thinking, for me, that's what real men do. Real men lead their household, and they provide and they protect their household.
Right.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right. I
So,
got.
I'm not getting. I'm
Go
not
ahead. Go ahead. I can hold on.
getting.
I can hold on. Go ahead.
I'm not getting, and I am not accepting, and I can't respect a man coming on social media. I don't care if it's for a check. You still have to be respectable. You still have to hold some kind of respect for yourself as a man, no matter if your woman is making the money off of social media and it's more than what you're making. You don't fall into that trap. Real men don't do that. Real men are like, okay, fine. Yeah, I understand. You're making more money than me, but this is how this is going to run. You understand what I'm saying? He's falling into that shit, and it's not something that can be respected. When real women who want to be real wives and want to be real, that's not what we expect of them.
Okay. I got a question for you, cause it just came to me. So what if he came on social media and expressed his love for her, that still showing emotions, maybe even weepy eyed? Would your opinion be different?
Um, when it comes to something like that, I'm gonna be honest. The only time a man, to me, I've ever seen a man come on social media weepy eyed, professing his love for a woman is because she left him. Other than that, men don't. Men really don't do that type of stuff. Like like my husband with the people that he get, he's just like you. I love my girl. I'm good. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Mm-hmm.
He ain't teary-eyed about it, and I ain't mad about it. The only time he needs to be teary-eyed about it is if he's professing his love to me and we're in private. But if my husband went on social media and was professing his love for me and they start getting teary-eyed, that for me, I would be like, babe, really? You had to start crying about that shit? Come on, just say, I love my wife and walk away, nigga. Just
But one thing that I told Big Mister is, real men do cry, because one thing as men that we've been taught over the years is that we shouldn't show emotions. We should just go along with the flow. But now to come on social media and to do all this, it's phony. It's you doing this. You doing this for the likes. You doing this for the show. You doing this for to get the ratings up.
Let me tell
Because
you something,
a
Big
real
E.
man can cry in private and let his wife know, look at, or his girlfriend know that, you know what, look, hey, it's this way. I'm bogged down. I don't know what I need to do. And they can cry. But for a man to go up there like this dude did, oh, like I said then, and I'm going to say it now, all they doing this is just for the likes.
Exactly.
Okay.
And what I'm going to say to you, Big E, is I am not opposed. Trust me, I am not opposed to the man selling his emotions or, even crying. Trust me. I've had times where my husband has cried to me, because he misses mom. My husband is the only child. He misses mom. And then when I got a big family, and when they all come to visit or whatever, it kind of makes him feel a little misty and feel a certain way.
Yep,
And
yep.
when everybody's gone and it's just me and him pillow talking, my husband can get emotional. And I don't have a problem with that. I don't see him as less than a man because he cries and he shares his feelings with me, or
Right. I agree.
Yep,
whatever. But
yep.
the point of it is, it's me and my husband when we lay down and it's pillow talk. It's not, if my husband had to share, you know, on social media, my wife got a big family and I see all the love that she has coming over here, and I don't have anybody because I don't have a mother or father, and I was the only child and this and that. I'm gonna look at him and I'm be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why the hell did you go on social media with the bullshit like that? Because guess what? As one of the jobs of being a wife, I took on being your psychiatrist and being your therapist and being your person that you come to, when I say to you, when you walk in from work and I say, baby, how was your day? And you dump it all on me. I'm your dumping ground for that shit. Social media is not the place for it. So for somebody to come up for a man, especially that now, women, we are more emotional. And so I understand when women come on, and sometimes I can't even take it. I don't even listen to it. But for when a man comes on and say, oh, she left me, and like, man the fuck up. If you want your woman back, go get your woman. If you don't want her back, go on to business. Why social media gotta know that as a man, you came to us in a weak state?
And see, and you know what? You know what? And I agree with you, and they can tell you it ain't too many people that I really agree with.
You got that right.
And I'm telling you, I agree with you 100%. Because my thing is, like I tell my boys, all of them, grown ones, the ones that not grown, anything, man, it's too many fish in the sea. If you sit out here and you cry over one, you weak.
Well, no, 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 no,
No,
no,
no, you
no,
weak.
no. Let me let me
Yeah, that's.
let me let
I
me
don't know
No,
about that one,
no,
let
Big
me
E.
no.
correct that
And
with
no, and the
you.
reason why I'm telling them that he weak,
No, I'm gonna stop
and I'm gonna
you
tell you, the
because
reason why I tell him he
there's
weak
always going to
is,
be one that you cry over because they have never affected your life and been a part of your life and helped your life the
but
way
listen to
the
why I
30
tell them that they weak.
people, the 30 women that you had before. So that's not true. A
But
man
listen,
can cry over a woman. The point
listen,
is, you gotta know where and when to cry. You don't
but
cry at the fucking barbershop, and you
but
don't cry at the
but no,
fucking social media.
but listen to what I'm telling you that I tell my children that they weak. This is the reason why. Because I ended up because I didn't know no better, and I didn't have nobody there to explain nothing to me. I ended up in a psychiatric ward under a 72-hour lockdown because I wanted to end my life
What?
over a girl.
Wow, that's
What?
deep.
Yeah.
How old were you? How old were you?
How old was I? I was
How old were
16.
you?
I
Oh
was
my
16.
exactly. You
God.
was
Come on
young
now.
though. You was
But
young.
this is the point. And the reason why I tell my children that is because like I want them to know, look here. No, no. Do I feel like they that way? No, I don't. But I'm gonna tell you this because you know what? I want you to understand where I was at that time. Because see, by the time I was 16, I had already had 2 kids. And I was in love with this girl. I thought this was gonna be my life. And you know what? And not even now today, it's guys that are my age or that's even younger than me, or some even older than me, that they're ready to do the same thing behind a woman saying, no, I don't want to be with you no more. So you know what? I told my kids, you know what? Well, if you let yourself get pulled into that, then you weak. You weak minded.
No,
What?
Because the
no,
thing
What?
is,
no. You're
you
wrong.
cannot
You're wrong.
allow
I can't
yourself,
agree.
you can't
I
allow
cannot
that to
agree
happen.
with you. I
No,
cannot agree with you.
me
I
neither.
cannot agree with you. And I'm going to tell you why I can't agree with you. Number one, you just said you were 16 when they put you on a 5150 hold because of a girl. Now, I'm going to tell you, uh, uh, at that age, your brain hasn't even developed to
Right.
understand life and understand love and understand. This is why they always say, you know, dating at 14, 15, 16, 17. It's not, you know, they don't encourage you to get bogged down
Right.
because your brain is not developed functionally. And I'm going to tell you, I understand that because guess what? I was a young mom and I had gotten bogged down with that nonsense until I met someone else and I started to understand relationships. I started to understand men. I started to understand how it should go. And after that, I started meeting different people and understanding how it should go. Now, when I had my son, the one thing I've never done to my son, the only thing, well, let me say, the only thing I've ever done to my son, I encouraged him to date, okay? But the one thing I said to him is, when you feel like you have a girlfriend that you want to call your girlfriend, I don't allow you to bring more than one girl up in my house and have them. You understand what I'm saying? Don't
That's,
disrespect her. If you
that's different.
claim her to be your girlfriend, then that's your girlfriend. I don't want to see no
How
other
old is your
women.
son?
My son now,
Yeah, the son you're talking
man,
about.
is in his 30s and he's got twins. And
Oh,
I'm
Do he
gonna.
live with you?
no, she's talking about back in the day.
Oh, back then.
I was talking about back then.
Okay. So listen,
As I was
both,
raising.
See,
real
you
quick.
missing.
Hold on, wait. Let me say something real quick, y'all. Because Big E and rapping, y'all both had kids at a young age. Big E said 16, rapping still a young
No,
age.
actually, mine was 15 when I had my first child. But
Okay.
like
Yeah,
I'm
So if
saying,
16.
okay, so
but what
15.
happened was I was in love with this girl, and I would allow because she didn't want to be with me no more. She had my child, or she was pregnant with my child, and she didn't want to be with me no more. I allowed that to distort my entire life. So yes, that is what I tell my kids because you know what, I don't want them to fall into that same entrapment
You know
that
what
I
I've been
fell
telling
into.
myself since I
But
was
Big
a kid?
E, I'm gonna be honest with you, Big E. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be honest with you, Big E. It's not you who's you telling your kids you don't want that to distort their life. I'm gonna tell you right now. Your parents allowed it to distort your life because I'm going to tell you, like I said, when my son got to the age of dating, and I let him know you are going to have if you're going to bring a girl home and tell me, Mom, this is your girlfriend, then I don't want to see any other girls. You go ahead and you do what you think you need to do, or whatever the case may be. But you're not going to disrespect someone else's daughter. And what you're not going to do is sit here and fall in love with a girl and then have multiple other girls, and we have fights and we have phone calls and we have this and we have that. And I'm going to tell you, I let my son know, oh, when he was in junior high school, when he was in high school, fine, you can date these girls, you can have a girlfriend. But let me tell you what's going to happen. When I send your ass away to college, all of that is going to change. All through my son's college years, my son never brought a girl home and said, Mom, this is my girlfriend. It wasn't until my son left college that my son brought his first girlfriend home, and he was with her for 2.5 years.
Okay.
And then I can count the ones that he has brought home to me and said, these are my girlfriends. Now, there are reasons for breaking up, and I'm going to be honest, because my son is still kind of a mama's boy, and he spoils. And these girls don't live up to what his expectations are. But because now who he is, and I've had talks with him, and I've said, it's time for you to really think about settling down. And every girl is not gonna meet all your qualifications. But if what you're looking for, if you have 10 qualifications for her and she meets 7, you better hold on to her, because the dating pool is so contaminated with piss and shit and everything else.
Yes,
that
it is.
you are going to find that one who has the 7 out of 10, and you're going to throw her back in the pool, and you're going to find the next girl is going to have 3 out of 10. And then
Now,
you're going to
See,
be mad.
I
with that being
understand
said, I want to
exactly
cut you
what you
off.
say
And
Now,
because
listen, you
that
guys,
has
I don't
come
want to
from
cut both of you guys off, but I really need to say something because we want to switch the subject. Now, repping is right on track because we're still talking about relationships. I just want to bring up the next video. You guys can still
what's
talk,
up,
but
man?
I guarantee you the conversation is going to change because once you get into relationships, then you want to get married, or do you want to get married? Hello? Right?
No, I mean I'm good. I'm good. I do that. I mean I don't care.
all I needed to do was just tell E that don't make your experience, and don't go with your kids, and because your experience was kind of messed up, don't make them think that that's how life is, because if that's the case, they're going to end up with a Lady Bling. They're going to end up in situations like that.
Yeah,
You,
we're about to
you
get into Olivia. We actually about to get into Olivia.
And oh my
Is
God, and
Big E
you
still up
dancing
here?
on Olivia. Shit.
I think I don't know if Big E's still up here or not, but I just want to put this video up. You guys can stay up, but we're going to go to the next topic, which is Liv's life, because she got a lot going on right now, girl.
Yeah, I'll stay on for.
I don't know. And if I do show him, I do kind of feel like I have to show AJ. If I show the new baby, it's like, you know, you know. Are you going to get married? No. I have no desire to get married. AJ, AJ's father. Girl, you guys keep calling that man AJ's father. Can we make up? Listen, no. I'm not calling him AJ's father for y'all. We're not doing that, okay? I'm gonna call him my man, but that's kind of annoying soon. My boo. My baby Zaddy. I don't know. My man. He wants to get married. He's been wanting to get married. He said he was supposed to marry me a long time ago. You know what he told me? He said we need to be engaged within a year and married, you know, within the next 2 years. And I looked at him like, I don't know who he's talking to, girl. I looked around like, who's he talking to? He can't be talking to me. Yeah, I don't want to get married. I don't have any desire to get married. I just don't. I did it once before. And I just don't have any desire to do it. Now, will I get engaged to him? Yes. I'll most likely say yes to him if he asks me when he asks me, because I do love him and I do see a future with him. But will I get married and when I'll get married? Girl, I'm gonna be engaged for a minute, baby, okay? I don't know. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. Whatever you say, baby. Now you're getting blocked. Bye, baby. So far, Alexa, next. What was the hardest? Wait, what? Alexa, next. So far, what was the hardest amount of children to adjust to? Oh, like going from 2 to 1, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, considering having a third baby, but going from 1 to 2. I would have to say going from 1 to 2. After that, you just keep adding them on, girl. You don't even notice it. But that 1 to 2 is a really big transition to me, because you're just so used to dealing with 1 and then boom, you're dealing with 2. So I think that's really what it is. At least that was how it was for me. As long as you're happy, I'm gonna be with my man for 16 years and we are happy just living together, period. I mean, whatever I decide, you know, people can get married, people can do whatever they want to do, whatever their hearts desire, you know what I mean? Me putting myself in another contract with somebody else ever again, do I see the benefit of that? Not really. And then on top of it, financially, do I see the benefit from it? Not really. I like that he has his money, I have my money, which my money is his money. My money is his money. You know what I mean? His money is my money, girl. My money? What money? I ain't got no money.
No money. That's why she couldn't even say it right, y'all. The girl is not even in her own place, and now her car is out, so you don't have anything.
Let me tell y'all something.
Hello?
Let me tell you something about Liv. And I really cannot take her. But when I hear the little pieces of shit that she says,
Mm-hmm.
first of all, we gotta understand that Liv loves to sleep with some she loves to sleep with some randoms. And
Yes,
I keep telling everybody, I keep telling other reactors or whatever, that you all keep thinking Zolo is AJ's father. And I'm going to tell you, it's not above Liv to have been sleeping with a random while she was with Zolo.
You want to know
So
what I think it was? I think it was his barber friend.
now, let me tell you something. Now, you might be right, mister. I don't know. But I'm going to tell you why. If Liv, first of all, I keep trying to tell people the reason why she's not and she doesn't show attachment to that baby is because she doesn't know who the father is, or the father is somebody who dumped her and went off. And I'm going to tell you something else. Liv is the type. Do you all see how she made or tried to make Gerard's life miserable?
Yeah.
If Zolo left her and went to Miss Donna, if that was really Zolo's baby, she would be making their life hell
You got a
on the
point.
for content, and she would be getting that child support. She'd be trying to take his money, take Donna's money. She would go off. And I'm going to tell you, the fact that she hasn't done that, the fact that she hasn't done that lets me know two things. That either she don't know who her baby father is, or she definitely knows it's not Zolo. And I'm going to tell you another thing. Zolo and Donna come on here talking every now and then about, we'll come over there and take that baby. If Zolo thought he was really the father, if Zolo really wanted to come and take that baby, why they haven't done a DNA test yet? He could always serve her in court to get that DNA test.
He don't have an address. He don't know where to serve her to.
Donna, it don't matter. He knows. He knows where. He's been with her long enough.
You
He
see
knows
how
where her
Olivia
sister.
been moving. She's been
But
moving.
you know what? He
Sister
probably
is.
know where the sister live at.
I bet you
Exactly.
don't.
I bet you he
I don't
do.
think he do.
I bet you he do.
Okay, I'm gonna say it again. Any man who wants to claim his baby is going to make every effort he can. Come on, Fifi been finding out all her addresses, all her everything. He could get that. He could get that shit right off the damn internet, like everybody else been finding out. I'm gonna tell you why. Another thing, Zolo don't never talk about he go to see his daughter, and his daughter is right there in Florida.
Yeah.
Zolo don't give a goddamn about them damn kids, and Donna don't care either. They do that shit for content. I'm trying to tell you. Liv don't know who her baby daddy is. If she do know, she knows that who he is, but he probably bounced on her and never gave her contact information. She probably did a one night stand with a random. And he probably changed his phone number, or he blocked her, and she cannot get. Because let me tell you something. The girl owes all this goddamn money in child support. You think she won't
Yep.
go after a nigga for his child support payments for her baby? Come on now. Do that make sense? Even for somebody with an 8th grade education, dumb as she is, her mama got a little smarts. Her mama wouldn't have told her. Her mama wouldn't have told her. Listen.
We thought Stella didn't have no wheels, but she still got the truck, so she got some smarts. Cause Olivia driving the truck that Gerard used to drive now. Now Olivia back in it.
Listen, Liv is living on borrowed everything. It's just a matter of time. Come on now. Gerard done seized her money from YouTube. Okay?
Yeah.
It's just a minute. It's just a minute before she can't even fly no more anywhere. Because once child support get deep in your ass when you owe a certain amount of money, they cut off your flying privileges, your driving privileges.
Wow.
Who knows? She might be driving without a license. Which is why her ass don't hardly go anywhere.
I know they do the license. I didn't know they do flights. Oh my goodness.
That's new.
Yeah. They put you on the no flight. Child.
Wow. Oh, child.
Listen, they put you on the no flight because you know what? Certain flights, I'm going to tell you, certain flights you can fly. Like when I go to the Bahamas, I don't need a passport. I can just go on my license. But if your license is suspended,
is it because you got a real license, a real ID?
Huh? What do you say?
A real ID. You know how they want you to have the real IDs.
Right, but this is what I'm saying is that they need you to have a state. Listen, if they cut off your driver's license, they're gonna flag your state ID as well. So when I go to the Bahamas, sure, I always have my passport, but I also use my license. I just keep my passport in there, and I'll just be like, just flash the license because they don't need it. You don't need it to go to the Bahamas or Puerto Rico,
right?
Or Mexico. You can go on just your driver's license. But if her driver's license is flagged, that means her state ID would be flagged as well, and they would know. So her flying, everything for her is on borrowed time. Just like she can't find an apartment now. You know why? Because you got all those evictions on there.
Yeah.
Now, with depending on the state that you're in, because I'm going to tell you right now, New York don't fucking play. You owe a certain amount in child support. You owe a certain amount in tickets. Oh, tickets. They will put a boot on your car in
we know all about the boots.
Okay.
What was it? PPH? What was Philly? PPA?
Yeah.
Man, you get a certain amount in tickets in New York, they will put a boot on your car. You rack up a certain amount in
the boot girls that's taking, hey, rapping. You hear about the boot girls that's taking off them boots in Atlanta? Did you hear about the ladies?
No, there's a dude in New York who knows how to take boots off your car.
Shout out to them folks.
He can take a boot off your car. You pay him $100 and he will get the boot off your car with no problem. I'm trying to tell you, there are certain states that they're kind of slow on certain things, but there are certain states that don't play about it. They will just hem you up somehow, some way to get their money. And in New York, things like jump a turnstile. You jump a turnstile, once they get your ID and they run it and they see that you got a bench warrant, you got child support. Oh, you going to jail. Yeah. Wow. And once you go to jail, wherever you was going to work at, They about to get your money now. That's how that should go. But see, she's living in a state that really don't go after them that way. It's a slow process. That's why she can go for a whole year without paying child support.
Mhm.
You understand what I'm saying? But I'm going to tell you, Liv is the type. She trying to make her money. If her channels got demonetized as she claimed, why wouldn't you go after Zolo when you know him and Donna got channels and get your child support? And I'm telling you, Liv don't know who her baby daddies are.
Her channel
What
did get demonetized. She got
the
two
old
channels. That
what?
Glam Mama channel was demonetized. That's the one.
That's why she's trying to get everybody to go over and join her Instagram page or whatever, so
And
she can make some
TikTok.
kind of money. That's why she's sleeping on that goddamn mattress. A lot of things that
Oh my
things
God.
that Lil say don't make sense, because if AJ's so-called daddy is so fucking in love with you, remember at the beginning she when she made everybody send all those baby shower gifts and stuff, and she was just like, oh, AJ's dad and his mom, they made a whole nursery at his house for AJ or whatever. Can
Oh
can you
yeah,
tell
I
me
remember
why
that.
Stella always got AJ? Why is it that she's homeless and AJ daddy, who's so in love with you, is so in love with his son, don't have his son at his house? Because he got a whole room. Even if he put Olivia fat ass on the couch, his son still got a whole goddamn nursery, still got a whole room. Why is that not happening? It's like a lot of shit.
Mr. want to say something real quick.
Hold on. I wanted to answer Double H real fast, Ruppert. Double H, you say, however, it's up to Gerard to press child support for non-payment. They won't do it on their own. If the children, I thought if the children have any type of like medical or get anything from the state, that the state will go after the non-paying parent.
Well, they probably don't get. He got a
No,
401k.
no, I don't know. I'm not just saying him. I'm talking about anybody.
Okay, and I'm gonna say, because I know firsthand that no, well, again, let me just say it goes from state to state. Gerard does not have to go after child support firsthand to get his money. It is in the divorce decree, and it was signed by a judge or whatever, and it goes to child support. If she is not paying her child support, it depends on the state and how much they will allow you to be in arrears before they flag you,
Right.
and they go after your
I
taxes.
thought it
This
was
is
usually
why
like $10,000, right?
this is why no, well, it depends on the state. This is why this is why sometimes women never know, and it's always a surprise to them, their baby father, depending on the state, like I said, they will get at tax time, they will get an extra tax check, because the state flags them all through the year, and as soon as that baby father filed taxes,
Mm.
they snatch it. Now when I say that, we're talking the IRS, right? Because all of these institutions, all of these places are all connected. So he don't have to. He don't have to go to child support and say, "Oh, she's not giving me my child support. Oh, I haven't gotten child support in 9 months." Everything is always combined within the system, so they already know. So if she files taxes, she don't have to file this year. Maybe she'll skip a year and she'll file next year. It doesn't matter, because depending on what the state rules are, they could just suspend her license. They can, like Gerard did, he went out and he got them to attach the money, from her YouTube checks. He got that. He could put in for that, but she could not file taxes for 2-3 years. It doesn't matter. The IRS has already flagged that when Olivia Johnson files taxes, all of it goes to Gerard because she's every year she's just building it up and building it up.
That's
and
why
building
she having
it
more
up.
kids. Her kids is gonna become her income because she don't want to work. She's just doing YouTube.
They get money for kids still.
I mean, welfare and like.
I thought they stopped giving money.
It just, let me tell you something. For real, I'm that person. I'm that person that I will tell you in a minute that a lot of these women that's on government assistance, I think they should be cut off. There's a lot of them that should be cut off. And I'm going to tell you why. Because government assistance, just like the projects, was supposed to be a means to help you so that you can get on your feet and go on your way. And a lot of them made it a way of life. And a lot of people always tell me when I say stuff like this, they say, "Oh, you sound like you're someone who is just mad because you didn't get government assistance." And I'm going to tell you something. When I went through a period when my son was like 9 years old, 10 years old. I had worked at a job for like almost 10 years. Okay. And I got laid off. In the meantime, I was relocating also back where I originally grew up. So in the midst of that, before I could find another job, I called them to get government assistance. And I'm going to tell you what I had to go through. I just hung the phone up on them.
Damn.
Because I wasn't asking for them to pay my rent. I wasn't asking for them to nothing other than to get just food stamps to make sure my son could eat. Everything else, I
now repping. With that being said, right? Because we still talking about Liv's life. With that being said, we don't know if she's pregnant or not, but we're gonna go with the flow and let's say she's pregnant. Now, you think she's gonna go back to doing her food stamp hauls, get on welfare, do all that kind of stuff to regain her content back? Because I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but she may be past that, but who knows?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. I'm still not a believer that she's pregnant. I still believe that it's kind of like a storyline. But if she is pregnant, yeah, you know what it is. She's gonna go back. She's gonna go back to the food stamps because let's think about it. What has Olivia shown to us that she don't want to be on government assistance? She signed up for school. She ain't do that.
She didn't sign up. She only entertained the thought. She did not even sign up. And then she stated in one of her vlogs, recent vlogs, that until she drop her new baby, she's not even going to focus on school. Like, what type of stuff is that?
But do you understand what I'm saying? And this is why I have a problem with a lot of women that, and I'm not saying all women. Please don't get me wrong. I'm saying the type of chicks that have that type of mindset. You notice what Olivia said. I ain't even focusing on no school or nothing. You're not focusing on anything to get you off government assistance. If you're on government assistance, you shouldn't even be getting pregnant.
Now, listen,
because being on government assistance means that you can't afford the life that you have. So you shouldn't even bring another life into it. But okay, you went ahead and you did that. So instead of you sitting there and thinking, damn, while I'm pregnant is the perfect time for me to take an online class, learn how to do something so that by the time my baby gets here, I'll have a certificate or whatever, and I can get off government assistance and I can work and put my baby through. They listen to what Liz said. She ain't trying to do shit. So these women like Liz, their only life expectancy is to just stay on government assistance. And it's not just her. It's Jasmine. It's a lot of them. They just
Jasmine is next to be doing that pregnancy test stuff, y'all. Watch, because you know she followed a leader. Now, listen to this. I'm pretty sure y'all heard it already, but I just want to know what your thoughts is.
She's already feeling sick, and she had a craving for Popeyes and all that. And I said, here we go. Everybody, this is the time of the year. Everybody is having pregnancy. But you want to know why Jasmine's going to do it? Jasmine's going to do it because we all know that Chris ain't there anymore. She's going to do it to try to prove to
him. All right, wait. We ain't going to get on Jasmine yet, okay?
No,
let's hear this real quick, and then we're going to get on Jasmine, okay? I want y'all to hear this really, really quick. Let me know your thoughts, okay?
He called me. I'll explain it to him if I explain it to y'all, because I don't feel like explaining his wife. No. Baby? Hey, how are you doing? I'm good. How are you? I was on the phone with my mom. I was just put her on hold for you. What's wrong? It's okay, baby. No, I was walking back in the house, so I couldn't answer the phone. But I made an appointment. I want to tell you, since you're on my bed about it. I made an appointment. I tried to make an appointment with the doctor, but I need a proof of pregnancy before I can do that.
Huh?
So I called this pregnancy center, and I have an appointment tomorrow to basically just take a pregnancy test and get a proof of pregnancy. So what about the one you sent me?
What?
What did I send you? You sent me a picture of it. Oh, yeah, but that's not good enough. They want like an actual thing from a doctor. All right, cool. To even schedule me with my primary. So, say that again? They need that to even schedule me with my primary. Oh, okay, cool. So when are you going to provide that? I'm going to go tomorrow to take the pregnancy test. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, cool. Where you at now? I'm back at the house. All right, well, let me finish the conversation with my whole earth, and I'm going to call you right back. All right, then.
That's quote unquote Casper, quote unquote AJ's dad, or the new baby dad, or as friends say, daddy gone. I don't know.
Are we for real? Are we for real? Number one. She said they need a real test to show. And then she talks about a primary care physician. Do you know, I go to my primary care physician, and guess what? If I need something done,
they gonna do
my primary care physician will do it. Unless it's something that needs a specialist. So why would she need to go somewhere else through her primary care physician to prove? And they need to know up front that
she really got Medicaid. Because don't you? I mean, if you got Medicaid, I think
because she ain't on nobody insurance.
Yeah, but I think if you got Medicaid, you have to go to the gynecologist.
Okay, but I'm saying
which is separate, which may be separate from your family doctor.
But wouldn't you go to? But if you thought you were pregnant, wouldn't you go to a gynecologist in the first place, Cakz?
Right. Yes. Well,
Wouldn't you go?
it
Why
depends.
would
Now,
you even? Why would your primary care physician
listen, she
have to be
said that
included
she
in
had
that?
this doctor since AJ. So with that being said, when I had my children, when me and Mr. had our kids, we had the same doctor. It was a family doctor for all of us, kids and adults. But the kids also had a pediatrician, you know. But everything was right then and there, all in one. We didn't have separate go here, go there. So, you
But
know, I
but my
believe that
point,
she has Medicaid because when you have Medicaid, you have to go to a gynecologist and not your family doctor to get a test.
right, and this is what I'm trying to say, because I've had friends who have been on Medicaid, and when you're on Medicaid, there is no such thing as a primary care physician. That's where number one, her lie was.
Oh,
When you're on Medicare, there is no such thing as a primary care physician. You just go to a physician that
oh
takes
wow.
Medicare. So
Okay.
if you're a woman, okay, there are two doctors that we will always have. We will always have a gynecologist, and we will always have a pediatrician for our kids. There is no primary care. Primary care physicians are for people who have commercial insurance, health care,
Well, we had family. Our
VHS,
doctor seen to all of us, except for
but,
the kids pediatrician, of course. But that's how
but
it was for us. Still
right.
is.
But this what I'm saying is that
I'm saying
depending on your health care. Girl, I worked in healthcare for over 20 years. I'm gonna tell
okay.
you.
Let us
I
know.
already know. When
Please.
somebody says primary care physician, the first thing I think is you have commercial insurance. You understand what I'm saying? When somebody who said my girlfriend, when she's just like, I went to my gynecologist or I took the kids to the pediatrician for their check. I know you got Medicaid, or you understand what I'm saying? Or you got health care, something that was developed for the kids, or whatever the case may be. It's not a commercial or a private health care, because they're the only ones who have primary care physicians.
So with
You
that
understand
being
what I'm
said, is it safe to say that she's back on welfare?
She might. Well,
And we're gonna start seeing
I'm gonna be honest.
again.
I know. Listen, let me tell you something. I know that Liv gets benefits. Trust me, she gets benefits to feed that little boy. Okay, she is not making enough to be able to pay anybody's rent and to be able to buy formula. You know how much formula costs? You know how much milk and all that shit costs? Come on now. She's not doing it. She ain't, trust me. You could look at her and you could tell that type of shit. She is getting government assistance, and she's gonna keep getting government assistance. Now, they might have cut her food stamps down only because somehow, some way, because Gerard probably claimed those kids on his income tax. And once you run the kids' numbers, because when you file your income tax, you got to put them babies' social securities on there. They run them shits and find out, oh, you was getting food stamps. Oh, no, we got to take this off. No, this is not how this works. Trust me, I already know. I already know people. The people who have told me about it, they food stamps get cut because the food stamp when they go to re-register or whatever it is they have to do, they already tell them, oh, we got the two of your kids ain't supposed to be on these stamps. Now we're gonna have to reduce them. Yeah, that's how they get down. That's how they get down. This is why sometimes women who get married, like Olivia, I'm gonna tell y'all why she used that Olivia Johnson, because she don't want it to be tied to Gerard's last name so that she could continue to get the benefits. I learned that from another girlfriend. When she got married, she said, I ain't changing my name. If I change my name, I lose, and I tell them I'm married, I lose my Section 8 and I lose my food stamps. Till this day, she's still getting her Section 8 and she's still getting her food stamps, even though she's married.
And her husband live together?
Yeah. Because she don't have, okay, let me explain this. When you get married, in order to legally change your married name, it's not just the marriage certificate. It's you sending in to Social Security the marriage certificate to change your last name. You still have the same Social Security number. Right. You just change your last name to let them know that you were married. And I'm going to tell you how I know. Because when I got married, I went to change my last name at my bank, and you know what the bank told me? The bank said, "You're not legally. We can't legally change your name because we can't recognize you as being married just by you coming in here and doing a name."
I think that happened to me too, and that caused me to go. You went to the security office right after that, right?
They said
it happened to me actually.
They said we need you to change your name within Social Security. Yeah. And once you change your name in Social Security, you can take that ID and change your name everywhere that you want to, even at DMV. DMV will not change your name, your last name, based on a marriage certificate. It has to be that you have a Social Security card, because Social Security links you to all financial obligations.
You're right.
And so if you're not linked to a financial obligation with another man's name or with another last name, then guess what? You can continue to have that same financial obligation, which means you can continue to keep your Section 8 and keep your food stamps and keep everything else, even though you are legally married. As long as you don't take that marriage certificate down to Social Security, you're good to go. This is how they trick the system.
I was just thinking that in my head. Yeah.
This is how they trick the system and how they keep shit going. Which is probably why, like, Jasmine never got married to Phil, because that's how she keep her food stamps and everything else going, or whatever. Think about it. Why is Livia the type of person that Liv is? You don't think that Liv would fucking jump to change her name to be a Webb when she married Gerard? If it didn't include some kind of a plus for her, she wanted to be able to keep doing those food stamp hauls and all that type of stuff or whatever. And that's what she did. This is why even till today, she still will never change her name. Even if she get married again tomorrow, Liv will never change her last name, because she's gonna keep all her government assistance. And I know she still get.
I know people like that too. I got a cousin that worked the system real good. She's not married though, but she definitely be working that system.
But they're not good. It's always girl, please. I already know. I know the best of them who already gave me thoughts and the whole nine. I know people who worked that whole pandemic for 2 years and ended up with enough money to put a down payment on a goddamn house. Please. I know how they do it. And that's why I can look at people like Jasmine and Liv and a lot of other women, and I can know exactly what game they're playing.
Yeah,
I can know exactly what game they're playing.
Especially with Olivia, because this is a storyline, and if she's pregnant we already know that she's been pregnant since Texas. It's not hard to figure it out. Like, we on the other side. We can tally up in 2 seconds what really happened.
Right.
So, I mean, she got her stuff laid all the way out, too. How are you
Right.
going to pick up?
If she really
How
is
is she
pregnant.
talking about gender reveals already? Like, come on.
If she really is
I
pregnant,
think she is.
Liv
Again,
likes to make
and that's the shade.
a lot of things into some shit that it really ain't.
Think she
I'm not
pregnant?
gonna believe it. Let me
Listen,
tell you,
they don't think
just
she
like when
pregnant.
she was pregnant with AJ, I'm not gonna believe it until I see a birth go on. I'm not gonna believe it because with Liv, you never know. And let me tell you something. Liv, again, if you think about the type of person that Liv is, okay, and like I just tell you about people who know how to work the system. If Zola was it was AJ's father, she would have made his life miserable and she would have took him for child support. But because she's getting government benefits, she can't take him
In
for
order to
child
get
support.
child support, you gotta have income. Like, I mean,
No,
or you would
because
be in
she can
jail.
still,
Like, either he pays or he go to jail.
no, but she can still take it, right. But that would be content for her. She would like that. She would like anything. Didn't you see she tried to pull the whole Gerard kidnapped the kids
Yes, that was
thing
terrible.
on her
That
just
was
so
so foolish.
and get him locked up and
That was
get her
very
kids back or
foolish.
whatever? I'm telling you, Liv, she calculates stuff, but she also knows how to work the system. Now, I'm going to tell you, if Zolo thought he was the father and he really wanted those kids, he would have already taken her to court to get DNA testing done to prove that was his kid. Like Donna keep hollering, we'll come get that baby or whatever. No, bitch, you're not coming to get that baby because you don't even believe that's his baby. Or else y'all would have go ahead and went and did the damn DNA testing instead of putting all that gold shit up in his mouth. That's number one. Number two, Liv ain't gonna let him do a DNA testing because she don't even really know if he's the father. She's out here sleeping with randoms and doing night drive-bys and all that type of stuff. She don't really know that she's not the father and he's not the father, and she want to be embarrassed because if he go take that DNA test and find out he's not the father, he's gonna come back to the internet and he's gonna tell all of social media, yo, I wasn't even the baby father. So she don't want that shit to happen. And then another thing is she don't want it to work out where she has to get child support, which is why she told the judge she don't know who her baby father is. She don't want that shit to work out because once a paternity is established, all of the government benefits that you've been getting will be deducted from the child support that you get. So she will end up losing more than she will be winning. Trust me when I tell you.
Well, we gonna be tuned in. We definitely gonna be tuned in. Thank you, repping. Oh my gosh, we definitely had some conversation.
Yeah, this was a good night. It was
So
a good
listen,
night.
do you know Lady Bling? Have you ever like checked her channel out or anything? Or
I've never checked her channel out, but because you guys are talking about it now, and because now that you said that you've incorporated it into your nights or whatever, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna check her out or whatever. But I'm gonna be honest, that just watching that man, that shit is a definite turn off for me because I'm the type of female I like a man. I like a man's man. I like an old fashioned man that know how to be a man. I don't like these new generation ninjas that be out here be emotional and be crying about, I'm not paying for a date. Come on now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know that shit is not turning me on, and I'm too old for that shit. Like I said, I'm 17 years down with my man. I ain't going
I
no.
know that's right. We almost 20 years into. Yes.
I ain't
Bless
going.
us.
I ain't
Bless
going
us.
nowhere. This man put me in a 5-bedroom house, and I ain't had to come out my pocket with a dime. I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going.
I know that's.
Salute
And you
to
better
him.
not.
Salute
I
to
ain't
him.
going nowhere. I ain't going nowhere. Listen. Even after we have arguments, when he get in the bed, I be rubbing his head. My man is he got a baldy. I be rubbing that head. I be kissing that head or whatever. Even if he sleep down the hall for one night in one of the guest rooms and come back home. Listen, when he go down the hall when we mad, I go right down there about 2, 3 in the morning. And I get in the bed with him. I don't care. You could be mad at me, but we gonna be mad in this bed together.
That's right.
I ain't
And
going
what's that
nowhere.
old saying? When you mad and you a husband and wife, you always ask the person, "Is the stove still in the kitchen?" That's how you start talking again. Like, what? The stove's still in the kitchen.
Listen, I had a girlfriend. Well, she wasn't really a girlfriend, but she was a friend that frown her nose up and turn her nose up because I said, yeah, I get up extra early and I cook my man breakfast every morning. Every morning I cook my man breakfast, and every evening my husband has a hot meal, and it ain't processed shit like Jazz. And she looks at me and she's like, "You ain't got nothing else to do, bitch."
I do the same thing, but sometimes he don't eat it. Like sometimes he like, "Oh, I'm not hungry this morning, babe." But I do the same thing.
I don't care. I don't care if he don't eat it. It's gonna be here for him. He gonna know I made it. I cooked it. I got up and I put the effort in, and I made you know I appreciate your hard work for bringing these groceries up in this house. And if you don't want to eat it, that's up to you. But it'll be right here when you want to eat it, and if you want to eat it.
I'm bringing the groceries in the house right from Instacart.
Girl, I do the same thing too, but I use his card to pay for it. Anyway, that's what I'm saying. And I can say, that's why I say, I'm going to look at Lady Bling, but that man, he might turn me off from watching much of her if he start the emotional shit and he start the not being the man around the house type shit.
You're going to get tired real quick then. But I will say this. We got Olivia and we got Bling and we got Peach because she going broke. We ain't get to talk about her tonight, but we got Jazzy too. So we will definitely be talking. It's a lot going on, y'all.
Oh, yes.
It's going to be a hot YouTube summer, okay? It's gonna be hot in these streets.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
Y'all stay tuned.
But I enjoyed tonight. Thank you guys. I enjoyed talking to you guys.
And don't forget, we sending you lunch because you was, Mr. said that you was really good in the
Oh yeah, I hit y'all back up. I sent you an email tonight. I hit y'all back up.
We was setting our live up, but I definitely seen it. I'm gonna respond when we get off.
Okay, and I appreciate that. I had a lot of fun on that game, and like I said, when's the next game night? Cause I'm ready. I'm ready with these tricks out here. Except Lady Bling, I got to catch up on her. Then now that y'all incorporated her, I got to catch up on her. But I'm gonna tell you. Between Peach and I can't do Peach. I cannot do her. She's just so fucking low vibrational and annoying to me. I can't do Peach. So if y'all include them Peach questions, that shit might blow me. But the rest of the low vibrational mommies, I got them. Because I already know their mindset.
Have you seen the videos, the eavesdropping and the talk to me on the presentation videos where got some people from TikTok, like the Reverend Doctor The old man with the glasses and the braids.
No, I don't have Big E's. I don't have his platform. I don't have his channel.
No, not Big E. What are the videos we put out?
Okay. I know what you're talking about. I think I saw one the other day when it was the Reverend, right, with the glasses, and he was talking to a young lady. He was asking her if she's ready to get help or whatever, and she she was getting on my nerve. I couldn't even talk to her because I didn't understand. Like, I don't understand things like with an adult. When someone asks you a simple question, like, are you ready to get help? It's a simple yes or no. I don't understand the whole long jargon that has to go on with it. Things like that. I don't have the patience for it. It raises my anxiety or whatever. So
But
when we talk about
video?
Huh?
Did you like the content? Did you enjoy the video?
I like the video because I think this is I think that was the second time I saw y'all put him up.
Right. Yeah.
I think that was the second time that I saw y'all put him up. A time before, he was also talking about, and I didn't know who the pastor was or anything like that. But I kind of understood where he was coming from, what he was asking, or whatever. And it just felt like the people he was talking to they didn't have comprehension, or they were trying to dance around giving the direct
They had
answer.
their own narratives already. That's what it was.
Exactly. And things like that irritate me. It just irritates me because it's simple.
The biggest thing they have with him is that, and I wouldn't do it, but to each his own. He liked it, a video. He liked it, purposely liked the video. A little boy shaking a tushy, and and he shared it with people that he liked it, and they took offense to that. Like he shouldn't be liking it.
You know who he reminds me of a little bit, and I wanted to kind of, when I saw it, I wanted to kind of jump in and ask the question. He kind of reminds me of that cursing pastor. Do you know about the cursing pastor? That cursing pastor, I'm going to tell you something. He strikes me a little weird, and he strikes me as being a predator or something. And I'm going to tell you why. Because as a pastor, when he preaches and the things that he says, I kind of try to figure out, why the hell are you saying this type of stuff? But one day I saw him, and he was on a show with T.S. Madison. Do you guys know who T.S. Madison is?
Yeah.
The transgender.
Yeah.
And when he looked at her and was like,
looking at her boobs. Yeah, he's still a man. His boobs.
Yeah, and I don't have anything against transgenders. I don't have anything against T.S. Madison. But again, I like a man.
Okay.
And
we're gonna talk about transgenders in our next live. We got some good content and we want to share it with y'all. We want y'all to speak y'all chat, and we want to know your opinion.
Oh, that'll be good.
Cut you off, Miss.
I'm gonna be on that.
We are about to end this for tonight. We are almost 2 hours in. It's 10:27 on our end, and we're gonna end the live in about a couple minutes. So on your way out, please don't forget to hit the like button. But I want to give a special shout out to Reppin' up here.
Yes.
She was the first. I think this was your first time up speaking in chat, right?
Now I spoke to y'all before, but I think we had gotten cut off, so I didn't get to talk
Okay.
long.
Okay,
But
so
this is my
Okay, cool.
this
We also
is my
had Big E up here too. So shout out to Big E. They both were speaking in chat, y'all. Tonight we talked about everything. We talked about Lady Bling. Make sure y'all check her out because we're gonna be introducing her. We talked about Olivia and her pregnancy skit. We talked about I think that's it. I don't think we got into other mommies like that.
And we gave some personal dialogue amongst each other.
Right.
Which is always what this is about. Speaking of chat, we always say the comment is the chat. Speak your chat. You ain't gotta show your face, but let your voice be heard.
Right.
But I'm gonna tell y'all because I know we about to end. The way I feel. I felt like this was barbershop / beauty salon talk.
Okay, I can feel it. That means it was comfortable. Like we got some gossip in, but we was comfortable to talk because that's how it is.
Exactly. Right. So it was like you and Mr. brought together the barbershop and the beauty salon.
Yeah, because you see how it started off at the beginning. He tried to like overtalk me, but I always overtalk people, and it's not out of like disrespect. It's just a really bad habit that I have. But when it happens to me, it feels bad. But I should know what it feels like because I do it.
No, I do it. I do it as well. But I'm just saying the fact that we had the views of Mr. and Big E was kind of like having the barbershop, and then me and you, our opinions was like us having a conversation at the beauty salon. So it's kind of like your channel is kind of like I said, barbershop and beauty salon talk. You understand what I'm saying?
I can definitely dig it.
The shit is not
full for cosmetology, so I love to hear that. I know all about
it's
that.
It's not full of politics. It's just straight we vibing and we talking. We gonna get our opinions out. Like Big E said, he was a young father, and I admitted, I was a young mom. So, our difference in raising our kids and how we converse with our kids now or whatever. And it was all understood. It was no fighting. It was no arguing. It was all understanding between each other. So I like this. I like this vibe.
Well, we appreciate you coming up.
And repping BK is the first winner of Mommy Say What, so we buying her lunch.
Thank you so much.
Matter of fact, the next game is Wednesday.
No, I thought we was leaving Wednesday.
Oh, we are leaving Wednesday.
The next game not gonna be for a couple days because we going out of town.
That's right.
Our son's graduating this week. Oh my gosh, we got so much to do, y'all. That's why.
How many kids y'all got? I ain't even asked that. How many kids y'all got?
6.
Oh my God, girl, you be busy.
Our second child is graduating. Our first child, he did his thing. Our second child is graduating this week. I'm so emotional. I got so much going on. We got so much going on.
I know Mr. up in there leading and doing the right thing because you got 6 babies. You got 6 of them.
Yes, sir.
Girl, my baby daddy wasn't leading shit. I ain't had no more. My baby daddy wasn't doing a goddamn thing. I wasn't having no more.
Yeah.
Mr. up in there doing the damn thing.
You know what? I ain't even think about it like that.
I know it seemed like we should have more, and we've been married for going on 12 years.
What?
18. We've been together 19 years this year. We some baby troops up in here.
When I come to when we traveling down to South Carolina, I want to make sure that me and my husband stop. Y'all say y'all in North Carolina or Atlanta?
We in Georgia, But we are close to South Carolina, so
Okay, I was gonna say, all right, so
and we're also having a meet and greet in Charlotte, y'all, very, very soon. So y'all stay tuned for the details.
yeah, my husband always playing something.
Yes. She said her son graduated last weekend. Oh my gosh, did you cry? I'm gonna cry.
Oh, congratulations, Double H. Yeah, that's a monumental moment, man. Let me tell you. I'm so glad my son. Well, my son is older now, so my son graduated from everything, and he's now working for the DA's office, and
that's great.
So I feel.
Yeah.
I feel like an accomplished mom, and now my son has his 2 kids. They're twins, a boy and a girl, and for me, because I did so much for my son, and I saw how my son and how I could, put something great out into the world. I'm doing the same thing with my grandkids because, I put them in a school that I think they need to be in, and I pay for it. It's a private school, of course, and I pay for it, and I'm good with that because I see. Let me tell you something. When you pour into your kids, I just want my son. Like I told my son, I'm going to pay for my
into them. It pays off because they're going to get right back.
Right, and that's what I told my son.
Back. Please believe it.
And that's what I told my son. I said to my son, what I want you to do is you making this money, put your money away. I'm going to pay for my grandkids to go to this, school or whatever, because I want them to get the best education, a better education that I was able to provide for you, but it's still a good education because you made it to the DA's office.
Yeah.
I said, well, put your money away. I told my son, put your money away because when your mama get old, you might have to take care of me. I'm taking care of these babies right now. My babies.
You know what's crazy though, when it comes to having to take care of your parents, as a parent, you think it's going to be that child and it be the other child.
But I only got one child, boo. So I only got one child, so it ain't nobody but him. I only got one. Yeah. I only got one child, and the real estate that I had, I let him live in to be able to save the money. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear when I come to you and I say I need to move in or I need to. I don't want you to say, Mama, I ain't got no money. No, boy, you bet not. You bet not. So y'all got 6 of them.
Yeah,
somebody gonna take care of them.
Our youngest will be 13, so we don't have little ones. And I don't want to say how old our oldest is, but he's 21. I mean, I'm still young, but yeah, they
let me tell you something.
They're all older.
But y'all still young. So one of them.
I am.
God, listen.
Just joking.
God willing, y'all gonna live to you about at least 60. One of them gonna take care of y'all. Trust me. Even if they gotta split y'all up and one keep one at one house and one keep one at another house, you got 6. I got 1. He ain't got no choice. I'm coming over there. You better tell your wife. You better get it together.
What they gonna do is watch how they dad take care of the mom, and then go from there.
Exactly.
Mista does a great job, and I'm not.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I could listen to Mista, and I can tell that he's vocal. And that he leads in his house. I could just listen, even when you guys are talking, on the line, I can tell. He's like my husband. He gonna let you know you're wrong and not get into the big argument because he's like, this ain't the place or time for it. He's got the masculine. No, I'm serious. He's got the masculine knowledge that says, I'm gonna let you know, and I'm gonna let the people know that I'm letting you know you're wrong about what you said. Now, when y'all get off a line, he might circle back to a comment that you made or that you said or whatever. Because let me tell you something.
It'll probably be on like a drive or something. It won't be the same night. It'll probably be like
I've given plenty of dinner parties and entertain. My husband is part of APA, so he's a pool shark. And I always have like his whole pool gang over and the wives or whatever, and I say something that I shouldn't have said, or we get into argument or whatever. But trust me, my husband he's not gonna say nothing now, because again, this is what I'm talking about with Lady Bling and her man. You gotta know the time and the place, and social media ain't the place. Just like when I do something wrong, or my husband has to correct me about something, he ain't gonna do it in front of a bunch of people, and he ain't gonna get emotional in front of a bunch of people. He gonna man up, and at the end of the night, he's gonna call me, and we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get in the shower together. We're gonna fight about it. We gonna whatever the case may be. And I'm the same way, because I never correct my husband in front of people, and I never make him feel less than a man in front of people. When something happens, I keep the smile on, I keep it going, I keep the dinner party going till the last person leaves. And when the last person leaves and I close that door, I get in his ass.
Okay.
And we get to talking about it, and we get to fighting about it, and we get to arguing about it. But that's how it is, because a real man is gonna be like, yo, know your place. This ain't time when I got a room full of, a basement full of, a man cave full of my dudes, for you to come down here and tell me I said some shit wrong. That's not what you do. That's not what you do. And I'm gonna say again, like I said in one of my comments, you gotta marry the man. If you want a man like the man that married your mom, that's what you gotta go for. You can't go for anything less. Just for the sake of having a man? Come on. I've never seen my mom disrespect my father. I've never seen that. I've never seen that. That's why I can't disrespect my husband. Because I've never seen that. I wasn't raised like that. My husband's a hard worker, and my mom was appreciative of it. And I'm gonna tell you a good story before we close out. I'm gonna tell you, one time my mom said to me, I was getting ready to make a sandwich. Okay. My mom was getting ready to make something for my dad to eat before he went to work. And you know what my mom said to me?
But
my mom said to me, that bread, she said, that bread is for your dad. And my mom afterwards, she took it and she made a sandwich for my father, and she packed it up or whatever for my father to do the work. And afterwards, my mom sat down and she said to me, let me explain something to you. The one thing that you don't, I understand you're my child, but the one thing that I will never do is I will never make my husband starve for you. Because if my husband doesn't have food to eat, and he goes out there and he passes out from being hungry or whatever, because there's plenty of other things in here that you can eat. I will never take from my husband because he's the one who brings it all in this house. That's how I grew up, with the understanding of how your man, your husband, he's the provider, he's the leader, he's the whatever. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
80% I do, because I mean, I don't consider myself a modern woman. I'm very traditional, but I bring money in as well.
I do as well too.
But I am considered a stay-at-home housewife. Although I do have my own business, I make money on the side doing certain things, and I bring certain type of income in. It may not match my husband's right now, but you know,
But you got to
some
understand,
people consider that a modern woman by having your own money.
but back in the day, you got to understand, back in the day, my mom was all the way traditional. She was all the way traditional. My mom wasn't bringing any money into the house. It wasn't until my dad passed away that my mom, the light bulb went off. But at that time, we had all, well, I was in college, but I'm the baby of the family. So I had older brothers. I have 3 older brothers and an older sister or whatever. And they had already been out in the working world. So they kind of brought in the income into the house or whatever. But my mom still went out and tried to get like some kind of little job to do or whatever. But again, you got to, like I'm saying, my brothers realized they have to be the man of the house, and they all went out and they were all brought the money home, and they were providers.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Because they were already raised with that mindset from my dad. Now, I went out because I'm a single mom. I'm in college or whatever, and I got to provide for my son. I can't put that on my mom or whatever. So I became that modern woman that had to go out here and, drag my knuckles and make a way for my son, and to give my son the best that I can give. And that's why I don't understand women who have more kids than they can provide for or whatever, because I just wanted to give my son the best. I just wanted to give my son everything he would have if he had came into a 2-family household like your kids came into with you and Mr.
Right.
You got, your kids came into a 2-family household with a man who's a leader and who provides and protects and the whole nine. And that's how it's supposed to be. But sometimes with us modern women, that's not how it always works out to be. And
that's
so
why I said I'm not a modern woman per se. I just want to have my own money. Not my own money all the way. I just need some money for myself, period.
Well,
everything is traditional with me, but I don't want to ask my husband for money all the time. I want my own money.
I'm gonna be honest. I am somewhat a modern woman, but once I married my husband, even after marrying my husband, I was still a modern woman. Yes. And when I married my husband, I was making much more than he was making. And guess what? I still allowed him to be the leader in our home or whatever, because our story is a long story. It's my husband and I were a long distance love affair and the whole nine. And then when I relocated and I came in. My husband found the proper place for me to live, and whatever. And when he moved in with me, but guess what? When he moved in with me, I allowed him to be that man that paid the damn rent. I paid. I would do the groceries and whatever,
Yeah.
but I allowed him to be that man that because my husband was a bachelor.
Take the big
when I
load.
Huh?
Take the big load, right?
Right. No, it's not about taking a big load, but my husband was the only child and he'd been a bachelor for so long that I had to let my husband understand that I recognize him as a man and let him take the lead. And the big load, yes, is the rent. You know what I'm saying? That little $25 gas bill that I used to pay and $60 light bill that I used to pay. It was nothing.
Light bill. Woo.
Yeah, but guess what?
$160.
But guess what? I was making more than my husband. And guess what? I was banking my money. I did my hair, my nails, whatever. I was still banking my money. And when my husband decided that we would buy a house or whatever, he didn't want none of my money. He didn't want none of my money. The only way. And when we moved into the house that we are in now, he paid for all the renovations. He told the contractor, talk to my wife. I don't know what she want. Just give her whatever it is that she want. And he just wrote checks.
I can't wait for that day.
You think I'm leaving a man? You think I'm going to leave a man like that?
Shoot.
Girl, listen.
That's why you going down that hall rubbing that head, okay?
The only thing, let me tell you something. The only thing that I did in my house, and I'm gonna be honest, the only thing I did in my house was I set up the laundry room the way I wanted it to be. I bought the washers and the dryers, and I had them come in and set up my laundry, put shelves up and do everything I wanted it to do for the laundry room and for my husband, because my husband was so good to me. And let me tell you something. Let me give y'all the real shocker. We did all of this before he became my husband.
Oh, that's what's up, though.
He did all of this before he became my husband.
How long were y'all together before?
He did all of this. He said, I need to set you up, and then next year we can get married. And I'm telling you, my husband, he did all of this before he became my husband. And when I did, like I said, I set the whole laundry room up. And he had a man cave. That's all he asked. He said, babe, you can have any house you want as long as I have a man cave. And that's all he wanted. And I did everything that he wanted. I got everything I wanted. And once we got the house or whatever, I bought his furniture for his man cave. His theater room. I bought the furniture that's in there, and I bought his pool table.
He got any NFL memorabilia in there?
He got my husband is okay, what y'all call it now? He's a Washington Redskins, but what they call it now? Commanders.
What? That's weird.
I'm gonna tell you because, like I said, my husband and I were long distance. I'm straight in New York. My husband is all DC, Maryland, or whatever. And when he, let me tell you something.
Mm.
I hooked his whole man cave up with everything, Redskins, his paint, his walls. I hooked everything up because you know what? Why can't I do that for a man who put the down payment on the house, who let me pick out the house I want, put the down payment on the house, move us up in here, and never, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, the only things I had to buy up in this house was the washing machine and dryer for our laundry room. We have a 5-bedroom house and it's only 2 of us. I made sure that I had a house. I picked a house that if something happened with my son and he need to come live with me, he has a place to lay his head. And I furnished our bedroom because I wanted it to be a certain way. Other than that, my husband did everything else. When we moved in here, all the renovations that I wanted, my husband told the contractor, talk to her. I don't know what she wants. I don't know what she's going to do or whatever. Just talk to her or whatever. And that's it. And I did all the renovations. I got all the appliances that I wanted. My husband did all of that. Where am I going? Cakes. Where am I going?
Cakes just went in the room real fast.
Okay, mister.
Nowhere.
Okay, mister. When you do all that for women, what you expect? She ain't going nowhere, right?
I know she ain't.
Okay.
I know she ain't.
Let me tell you something.
What happened to the comments? It said we're having trouble with the internet.
But let me tell you something, mister.
Yes, ma'am.
It's so funny because you said that, and just tonight, when my husband was leaving for work, my husband said, "Why you standing there looking like you about to run away from home?" I said, maybe I am. You know what he said to me? He said, "Girl, you ain't going nowhere." My husband would tell me.
That made you feel good, didn't it? When he said, "Girl, you ain't going nowhere."
Yeah, my husband would tell me every day, all the time. When I do stuff, like if I leave and I go downstairs and he don't see me for a little while or whatever, he'll come down there looking for me. He was like, "Girl, what you doing?" Yeah, I was like, I was getting ready to pack up so I could run away. He said, "Please, you ain't going nowhere." He said, my husband will tell in a minute because he already know. My husband will always say, when I say to him, "How you know I ain't running away?" He said, "Because I ain't did nothing to make you leave me."
That's what's up.
And that's why Miss Bling, that Bling chick and her man, yeah, I can't get with that shit. I can't get with that shit. I can't get with that shit. Because that nigga already know he done did shit to make her leave. He already know.
I had stepped out the room because I'm still doing laundry. I was doing laundry all day, y'all. That's crazy, but it's almost 11 o'clock and I'm still doing laundry.
Girl, my dryer going right now. I'm doing laundry
I
right
apologize,
now.
y'all. I had to step out for a second. I'm multitasking.
Well, Miss ain't
you see what I'm saying? And that's why Mr. keep your ass, because he know you gonna get shit done.
I'm trying.
You gonna get shit done.
Right now. You having a hot flash.
Man,
I'm having a hot flash right now. I don't know what.
Mister.
Too much at once.
Yes, man.
Go on and fix some goddamn turkey wings for your wife. Stop playing.
Oh my God! What about some country ribs? That's what's
Listen, girl. Listen, girl, I made my husband bring some ribs home the other day. I made him for dinner tonight because my husband works nights. This is why I could be on here this time of night. My husband works nights. Okay, he you know, his type of job, and he's in a supervisory position. You know, I can tell y'all, my husband is in law enforcement.
Okay.
So, my husband works nights, and he comes in the morning, and I have his breakfast ready for him. And at night, you know, because of where he works, whatever, and how he works, and I don't like him to go out in uniforms or anything that lets people know who he is and what he does. So I make his dinner. I cook dinner early in the day for him to take to work.
Okay.
So tonight I made him curry shrimp on white rice with some vegetables.
That's
or whatever.
different.
Look, my husband gonna be like, "Oh, you fancy today."
Yeah, that is fancy.
I said, "Nigga, get your ass out here and go make my money." What the hell? What I cook for you?
I'm done. No, you didn't.
I'm saying, ain't you paying? Ain't you? You paid for shrimps and brought them up in this damn house.
I gotta bring this up for that. Listen, you know what? Repping, you cutting up, Miss Lady. You cutting up tonight.
Girl, you got listen. Give me and you got a text or something because these niggas be acting up.
We live tonight, y'all. I thought my thing was up, but it didn't show.
Like I told my husband, how you gonna bring shrimps, jumbo shrimps up in the house when I cook them and feed them to you for dinner? You want to talk about I'm showing out? I'm showing out. I gotta listen. I gotta pack my husband lunch his dinner every night. I gotta pack him 2 Pepsis.
Hold on, wait a minute. I'm sorry, Reppin. Even though I hit the comment, it just dawned on me that Pastor Lisa said I hate the word laundry because of Jasmine. You know what?
Your passion. Jasmine is the only person I know, and I know a lot of women don't like laundry and don't like to do laundry or whatever. But Jasmine is the only person. First of all, I'm not understanding her process of separating everybody's clothes the way that she do. That's number one. And number two, I don't understand why when she do laundry, it's like 6 weeks worth of laundry that she's doing at one time. Because when she's folding laundry, that shit ain't 1 week's worth of laundry.
You know
it's not 1 week, it's not 2 weeks. So my thing is, when you think about it, let me give y'all something else to think about. Jasmine's vlogs are always cut and paste. It's always an old vlog with some new shit, all kinds of shit mixed together. Okay? And my thing is, if she ain't vlogging every day, where she can actually put a vlog out and say, this is today, this is whatever. Okay? My question is, what the fuck are you doing as a stay-at-home mom that don't fix her kids nutritious home-cooked meals from scratch?
Right?
Your ass, everything comes out a bag or a box.
Yes.
Okay? and you cook that for your kids every day, and you're not doing laundry, and your house ain't always fucking clean. That's the only time you know when Chris is coming by. Because that nigga don't live there. The only time he coming by is when that house is clean. That's how you know when Chris is coming by. What the hell she doing all fucking day? You must be on YouTube. You must be on YouTube and TikTok trying to get some content or trying to, because she come on reactors pages to find out what y'all talking about and what y'all discussing or whatever, so that she could put that shit into her content the next time that she vlogs.
And she does every time.
Every time.
You know who she listens to?
Time.
She listens to TMR. I think they got
every time. She listened to TMR.
Because why would TMR mention them sandwich bags? She went and got the Ziplocs.
But
and let everybody know, I got the Ziplocs. I tried the freezer bags. Like, oh my gosh, girl.
She listened to TMR, and she also listens to Kels, the podcast. She listens to her, definitely. And she listens to I'm Outside Sis TV, which is Yanni.
Okay, yeah.
She listens to them, and I'm gonna tell you why I know she listens to them. I'm gonna tell you why. Because Yanni made a comment. Yanni made a comment about, damn, you don't never talk about your kids and none of their accomplishments and this and that. The next vlog, Jasmine says, what's her name? The little Ava. Ava got a certificate and she this and she that or whatever. I'm going to put it up in her room. Have we ever seen that certificate? She put everything on the fucking fridge. Why we ain't seen the certificate yet? You know what I'm saying? She do shit like that every time. She listens to y'all. She listens to y'all too, because
we hardly do reactions on Jasmine. I can't take it.
You don't do reactions on Jasmine, but what I'm saying is, if you ever pull her up, like if you ever go to just her page, whenever you guys do a reaction on her, she will include that shit in her next vlog.
Really? Wow. I'm gonna have to pay attention to that.
Yeah, she will include that shit in her next vlog. It's just like everybody talked about Hannah going on the field trip and this and all that.
You think she's scared of
my
Jasmine?
God. She did that shit for about 3 goddamn days talking about that field trip shit.
Yeah, right. Annoying.
Which
do you think she's scared of? Do you think Hannah is scared of Jasmine? I don't think so.
No, Hannah's not. So, let me tell you what it is. Hannah is not scared of Jasmine. I'm going to tell you what's going on right now in that whole household. And I don't understand why other reactors are not putting the pieces together. Remember, once Liv called out that whole domestic violence bullshit that was going on, or whatever the case may be. Okay.
Yeah.
When Jasmine came on and she talked about the police coming and all this and all that, and then she talked about people calling the grandmother and all this and all that. She made all those vlogs about that shit. I'm gonna tell you, when that shit happened, if you notice, Phil's girl stopped vlogging.
I know, right? She did.
And Phil
She
claimed
did.
my girl don't vlog no more
Right. Y'all made
because
her feel
y'all think y'all
uncomfortable.
mean.
Yeah.
She think y'all mean, yada yada yada.
Like, what you expect? You want us to be nice? Like, people just giving their honest opinions, and sometimes it's not so nice. I mean, come on.
I'm gonna give
And
y'all
you're
the
in the
game.
YouTube streets. Like, once you get out here in these YouTube streets, you better be strapped.
Right. But I'm gonna give y'all the whole game on that whole situation. When that shit happened, yes, people did call CPS, did call Jasmine, and they called the grandmother, and they called all this type of stuff. I'm gonna tell you why. All of a sudden, Jasmine came out with the kids are going to be with their father for 4 days, and they're going to come back and be with her for 3 days.
And then Chris disappeared.
Right. Now, let me tell you, okay? Why would that shit happen if it wasn't warranted for her to do that type of stuff? And that was because it was some shit that went down, and Chris was involved in that, because I'm going to tell you, since December
3,
Chris has been MIA. He's only popped up on paydays.
You know he's popping up on payday.
He only popped up on paydays, and he popped up on every now and then. Well, I'm not even gonna say that. He popped up in December maybe 3 times. If you go back and you look at her videos. And then when he popped up that time when he came, let me tell you something. Any man, when he comes home, if it's his home, he will take his hat off, he will take his jacket off, he will take his shoes off or whatever. He will get comfortable. That man sat there for that hour of Q&A or live or whatever she was doing.
Fully dressed.
He was fully dressed. And I'm gonna tell you why. He stopped dealing with Jasmine come December, by the end of December, and this made me know what I already know. Jasmine was pregnant.
Oh my gosh, you was reading my mind. I'm glad you said that.
Jasmine was pregnant, and that nigga wasn't dealing with her.
Hold on, wait. Let me say something real quick, because we was on our way out of here, and then we're like still going. So listen, y'all, we on tonight, okay? Speak your
Jasmine was pregnant, okay? And she was flaunting that pregnancy. She liked the pregnancy rumors that was going on. She wanted to unveil that shit. That nigga sent her to the fucking chop shop.
Yeah.
Because in December, if you notice, when he came over here that night and he was fully dressed, he didn't take his hat off. That's not a man who came home. When my husband come home and he come up these stairs, my husband ain't got a shirt. Listen, my husband ain't got his shirt on. My husband has taken his hat off. He has taken his shoes off. We got his slippers down at the door. Whatever.
Oh wow. I did that today because I was wearing them. I was like, oh, I'm wearing his shoes. Let me leave him at the door. But he always take his clothes off at the washroom, which is right at the door. So I'm like, you doing a solid right there. Just drop them right there, then we can drop them in the wash.
That's what my husband do too. Yes. And Jasmine washroom is right before you get to her living room, right? Okay. So he ain't doing all of that. He's sitting in the house with a fucking hat on, all that. He's sitting in the house.
Legends sitting in the house with hats on. Oh my gosh.
He's sitting in the house like a visitor. And then something that kept me that struck out to me is, for the first time, This is some shit he had never said when they was on that live in December. He was like, yeah, she having her lady moments right now. Because somebody in the chat has said, y'all need to go up in the room and get busy or whatever. And he said, nah, she having her lady moments right now. Okay? All right. So that struck out to me. Then the next week and for the next couple of weeks, Jasmine kept saying how she's cramping. She was on that treadmill and she was trying to get that stomach down. And she was talking about, oh, I'm cramping. She said that shit about 3 times in 3 different vlogs. And I said, bitch, you cramping because you've been to the chop shop. And that's what happens when you come out to chop shop. You cramp. Because what happens is that once they suck that out of you, then they trying to bring your period down or whatever, so you cramping. If you notice, Jasmine ain't been on the whole I'm working out, I'm walking this treadmill. She ain't been on that shit no more. You know why? Because Chris ain't there. She don't get the only time Jasmine get into that workout mode is
not there. I believe it.
When it's about a man. When it's about a man coming back. Like she did that shit when Philip was in jail and he wrote her and told her her ass was fat. But he came home and went to a big girl anyway. You understand what I'm saying? She was trying to work out, making sure she get thin for Philip. And then she stopped. Then she got with him, and she was slim at the time when he got her. But he must have told her about her getting fat and sloppy or whatever. And she started to get on that shit. But guess what? He must not want her no more. So she don't feel the need to work out. Let me tell you something. With these mommies, you just gotta watch their movements and you can figure them out. You really can.
Yeah, we watching Olivia for sure. We definitely watching Olivia. Jasmine, I don't know, cause she done picked up the hookah, look like over there. I don't know what Jasmine doing, but we definitely watching Olivia.
Yeah, Olivia, let me tell you something. Olivia is the type that you really gotta be smart and in your mind and watch her, because Olivia try to switch up and try to throw people off. But if you really look at Olivia, how her game plan goes and how she moves, Olivia is about fucking randoms, basically. And that's why I can tell you, I don't think that Olivia know who AJ father is. And I don't think that if she is really pregnant and she claimed to be pregnant, whatever, she don't know who this baby father is either. And she's just playing this shit or trying to put it off on somebody else.
Yeah, she's definitely putting it off on somebody else. I believe that 1,000.
Right. But I'm with Liv, I need to see a birth before I believe that she's even pregnant.
Yes. Same with AJ, right? We staying with AJ.
Because I didn't believe with AJ. I was just like, oh, here she go. But again, Olivia's profile, the way she is. You see what she put Gerard through? Trying to get that man arrested, trying to claim that man kidnapped her kids.
If you pay attention, listen, Reppin', if you pay attention and really listen to how she talks, she's still talking about Gerard. Talking about she's not gonna let her. She don't want this new guy to get his vasectomy, but she insisted Gerard get a vasectomy. She want to protect the fact that she can still have kids, but Gerard can't have kids with his new lady, but he still can It still weighs.
But let me tell you something about Liv. Liv still wants Gerard. She just can't figure out how to make Nisha think that Gerard still want her. She's still trying to figure that shit out in her mind, and it ain't working. It ain't working. And this is why I said the amount. Let me tell you something. Liv only moved to Texas because she thought she was going to cause a problem and break Gerard up with Nisha, and she was going to get Gerard and her kids back.
Have that control no more. She thought she still had control. Once she realized she had no control at all, she ain't had no choice, I guess, but to leave. But she still had a choice because she should have stayed because she's homeless.
Exactly. And let me tell you something. When you deal with a woman like Liv, who has that kind of calculating mind and that kind of devious mind, you got to stop and think. If Zola was really her baby's father and he left her and went to be with Donna, you don't think that she would be raining down the same hell on his life?
No.
She's not doing she's not doing it. She's not doing it because she's not sure that Zolo is the baby's father. That's why she's not doing it. I'm telling you how a woman would think. If she's not sure, listen, I went through this with my husband when I first started dating him, and his supposed baby mama came to me, and I'm going to tell you. She came to me and she started talking a lot of shit. It was like she was trying to get me out of his life, or I don't know what her reasoning was. But let me tell you the conversation I had with her. I said to her, let me tell you something. My husband works for the government. My husband has a high position in the government. If my husband is your child's father, girl, take him to fucking court. You know where the fuck he work at. Take him to fucking court. And we'll deal with that shit after that. I'm going to tell you right now, to this day, she has never taken him to fucking court. I said to her along the way, and I said to her, this is what I'm trying to take. Girl, don't let these bitches come up in your life, no matter what relationship they have with Mr. or how they knew him or don't let them trick you. All you got to do is play the right card. Because I'm going to tell you, you know what another thing I said to her? I said to her, when she called, always calling looking for money. And I said, let me tell you something. Why don't you give us the birth certificate? And he's a government worker. Let him put her on his plan with his benefits. That way, she will always be able to get medical, glasses, all this and all that. Ask me if that bitch gave me a birth certificate till this day. I've been with my husband 17 years. And I ain't seen shit. Huh?
Have you seen the child? Have y'all seen the child?
Oh yeah. When I first met my husband, yes. Let me tell you something. When I first met my husband, because he was the only child and because he's never had, as an adult, once his mom passed away, a whole Thanksgiving dinner or whatever, I came and I provided him and I made a whole Thanksgiving dinner. I invited the baby mama and the baby over, and we all sat and had Thanksgiving dinner together.
Wow.
I
That was
have
very big
I
of
have
you.
had her at my house. I have taken care of her. I have done stuff with her, like we
Wow.
have done, you know, me
That's
and her
very
get in
big.
the kitchen and
Hey,
cook dinner together.
Jamie. Hey, Jamie.
All that. I have done all of that. So you tell me why she want to tell me but what happens is it feel to me, this is my theory, is that once she saw what she couldn't get, she tried to throw a monkey wrench in that shit. And I'm like, okay, Nick, listen, I'm a New York chick. I already know how people run game. So all I did was like I said to her, when she tried to tell me of how bad of a person he was, I was like, okay, well, he worked for the government. Why don't you just take his name on down to the child support and get your money? This was her explanation. I really don't want to put him through that.
That
What
sounds personal.
woman?
Enough
What
said.
woman? What
That's why
woman?
you were hanging around, and that's why you was nice enough to invite her to your dinner table, because that's still your dinner table. And you know, she still had feelings.
But what woman? But what woman?
Listen, it is what it is. At the end of the day, that's your husband, that's your man, and you know, it sounds like you tried to make it a happy family and still include the child, which has, you know, the child don't have a say so. The kid is always innocent. So the fact that you did that was a very big step, and it takes a lot. It takes a lot to even go that route. Okay.
But Cakz,
it's not easy.
But Cakz, what woman says that type shit when she's sitting there trying to make a dude look bad about being a baby, about being a father to her child? What woman says that? When I say to you, I am the girlfriend, and I am telling you.
Look at Jasmine. I mean, come on. Like, we see these ladies, we see these type of ladies all day in these YouTube streets, Miss Reppin'. We see these ladies all day, so we already know what it is. The same way how you said you
I'm telling you to take this man to court, which would in essence cut into the money he has available to spend on me. I'm telling you, take him to court, and your ass still don't take him to court. That leads me, and I'm gonna tell you, my hood bitch thinking cat is before.
I already know what that's about.
I already know hood bitches, and I know how this shit goes. The fact that I tell you to take this nigga to court and you don't lets me know you don't know who your baby father is, and you don't want to take him because you don't want to come up looking like, oh shit, when the judge say you're not the baby father. Then your ass don't want to look crazy. Your ass don't want to look crazy.
Sound like Olivia.
But at the time,
but it sounds like Olivia. My fault.
Exactly.
That's Olivia,
and that's what I'm saying. Because at the time when I got with my husband, okay, when we were just dating, my thing was he was good.
Ain't nobody having dinner at my house until we have a blood test.
Okay? Right. And look, and I got with my husband, and I knew he was a good dude, and I knew when he fucking told me shit, and he told, first of all, she didn't even tell him that she was pregnant. He happened to bump into her in a store and see the belly, and he automatically thought he was the father. And I was like, okay, let me get up in here and take care of this shit, because my husband ain't from the same. My husband ain't from New York, so I'm a New York chick, and I know how to fuck to deal with shit like this. So I said, let me get up in here and deal with this shit, and let me get to the bottom of this shit, because I know something ain't right about this shit. She didn't tell you, and I told him. I said she didn't tell you because she don't know who her baby father is. Okay, you want to still think this is your baby? And I told my husband, I said, because you think this light-skinned baby because your mama was light-skinned or your grandmother was light-skinned or whatever. Man, let me tell you.
Is the baby a baby or is the baby grown now?
Well, she grown now. She grown now. And I'm going to tell you, every now and then, her mama called. I'm going to be honest. Every now and then, her mama called and try to talk, because my husband, again, and I got to let him, because he's a leader, and I can't tell him what to do. I can only advise him, and I can just tell him how I feel. It's up to him to do what he got to do. And I keep telling him, babe, just go take the DNA and find out. But because my husband is the only child, and I think my husband fears the fact that, I got so much family and he don't have nobody, is that he just don't want to hear that he has nobody. But I always tell him, you got me, you got my son, my grandkids love my husband like they don't even know that he is not their real grandparent. You understand what I'm saying? So
he is their real grandparent because y'all are really married, right?
Right, but they've met my son's father, and he came through for a couple of months, and he couldn't bear the expenses and the whole nine of being what a grandparent needs to be. So, my husband is really their real grandparent. But anyway, with my husband, I try to tell him, and I think he's afraid to take the DNA to really find out that he been played all this time. So he don't care, and he don't worry about it. But it pisses me off because every now and then, she will come around talking some shit about shit that she need, like, the car broke down and she need a new car or whatever. And I'm like, I know you bet not take no money out this goddamn household and buy her a new fucking car. Because we gonna have problems. Or
that's something that y'all should talk about together. But with that being said, I feel like if he's going to accept her, regardless to if it's not his kid or not, that's something he got to live with. And I guess we would have to just deal with it on our own, because we still going to be husband and wife.
No, I ain't dealing with it. Because you know what? Because eventually there's going to be some type of heartbreak or whatever, and there is heartbreak. And I'm going to tell you why there's heartbreak. Because my husband, she never calls him for Father's Day. She don't call him on his birthday. She don't call him any other time or whatever. As soon as something is going wrong or something is of a great monetary value in their life going on, then they call or whatever. And that's not fair to my husband. It really isn't. Because guess what?
It's
He
not fair
deserves.
to you or your husband, but the fact that your husband is accepting this child or teenager or adult, whatever, he accepting this kid as to being his. I
Let me
feel
let
like
me,
as
let
long
me
as
tell
y'all
you.
are gonna be in a union
No,
together,
no.
you
I have
don't have
to.
to accept it. Now you don't have to accept it, but I mean you gotta be happy or not happy, but you gotta deal with the choices you
I
made.
don't have to. I don't have to deal with it because as a
But you
partner,
are dealing with it.
no, I don't deal with it because I talk to my husband and I reason with him and I try to make him understand certain things. Now, at the end of the day, the decision he's gonna make. But a lot of times, my husband and I, we make the decisions together. And what I'm saying is,
As you should.
an example is, I'm gonna give you two examples. Is uh her mom couldn't continue to pay for her college expenses or whatever. She wanted to take a loan out and
That's deep.
she needed a co-signer or whatever, and her mom couldn't co-sign for her. She
That's what
called
needs
my
to keep
husband.
on saying. There needs to be a blood test at some point in time. I don't know. I mean, shoot, I don't know.
And
We're
that's
gonna think about that,
exactly
and we're gonna have to readdress that, y'all, because we
this
almost
is
3 hours.
right.
We almost in 3 hours. We gotta go. It's 11:33.
I ain't saying nothing in a minute, but I want to thank you, repping. I want to thank Big E, and I'm gonna say one thing real fast, and then we gonna sign out. Repping. You gave me this. You gave this whole list of all this wonderful things your husband did, and then what was we saying? Why would you leave? Right? Correct.
Well, I'm gonna
Yeah, yes or no?
why would I leave?
Yep. You said why would you leave that? And we said you wouldn't.
I'm
Correct.
not. Yeah, all this that I'm going through with my husband, I wouldn't leave him. I really wouldn't, cause he's really a good man. He's got a good heart, and
At the end of the day,
that's your answer.
he provides.
of the day.
He provides and he protects and he leads my home, and in a way that I'm satisfied with. So why would I leave him? But I'm gonna say a lot of stuff that we talked about tonight, Cakz, that needs to be subjects that we all need to come on here and talk about, because I'm sure I'm not the only
You
woman.
already know we talk about everything, okay?
Right. And
And
like I
also,
said,
if you want to talk about something specific ahead of time, you guys can always email us, okay? Our email is marriagemarijuana@gmail.com. You can always email us. We're on Instagram. You can DM us. You can comment. You know, we always comment back. We're available.
But for now, Big Mister ready to eat, and I gotta get up in the morning.
All right.
So until next time,
And what else?
hear this dog rhyme.
I swear I love Mr. Cakz, you must be loving it over there. I love Mr. Anyway, good night, y'all. I'm glad we had this talk, and yeah, I'm going to email y'all with a lot of things that we need to talk about, because I know I ain't the only woman who went through or who's going through stuff and living with stuff that
you're not.
I know I'm not the one. And I'm gonna say I went through all of this to get to the point where I can tell y'all 17 years, I ain't going no motherfucking where.
I feel you. I understand.
I ain't going no fucking where. The man
come home,
the man put me up.
Head. You gonna rub his head, ain't you?
I went through all that shit and he put me up in a 5-bedroom house. What? I ain't going nowhere. And he take care of a son and grandson that ain't even his. I ain't going nowhere.
And on that note, y'all, we are out of here, y'all. Sideways.
We got us on it. We all on it. Can't have Mr. without the cakes. Next time you hear your dog rhyme, side to the mother effing way.
Sideways. Good night, y'all. Hit the like
Good
button.
night, y'all. Love y'all. Good night, fam.
Good night. See you on the next one.
Yes.
It's not ending. It's not ending.
For some reason, it's going.
No, it's just loading. It's not ending. They're going to hear us doing it. I said it's not ending. They're going to hear us being nasty. They're going to hear us doing Mary stuff. Yeah, we still live.
Hey, man.
We're still live. Look, you see what it's doing, right? I can't do anything right now. I can't even mute it if I want to.
I don't know why it's going so slow. This is that Wi-Fi. It's this area over there.
I gotta use the bathroom too. Oh, that was good live tonight, though. That was good. That was good live. Very enjoyable. A lot of great topics.
Yes, man.
A lot to talk about.
Yes,
You can't wait to lay down. I already know. You can't wait to eat neither. I'm not hungry. That's crazy. Like, oh my gosh, you guys are gonna be, whoever's still in here is gonna be eavesdropping, because right now this live is not ending and I have to use the bathroom. We still gotta order that. We still live? We still gotta order that stuff on Amazon. They just gonna have to eavesdrop, babe, until the thing stop loading. There's nothing we can do. Come on. There's nothing you can do, babe. Alright. Well, I'm gonna turn it on TV so I can listen into it. How about that? There's nothing you can do right now. I don't know what's going on. Oh my gosh. I don't know what's going on. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That scared me. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. What the fuck is going